Welcome everyone to the Real Whovians cast. I am your host, Matrix Lord 212. I'm with Ray. What's up, Ray?
Hi guys.
What's up, Chris?
What's going on?
What's up, James?
Hello.
All right. So, what happened today, Chris, with the review?
Yeah, so, like always, we got an advanced review for Eaters of Light. Your Doctor Who TV usually has advanced reviews of upcoming episodes. And, this was one that I've been looking forward to because I think, ever since seeing the trailer, the monster in it looks really interesting. Unfortunately, from what they're saying, it's boring. It sounds really dull. And the quote that I remember specifically from the article, and definitely go check it out on Doctor Who TV, but it ends the review with an episode that fumbles in the dark.
Oh
is what
my
they said.
God!
They said that the monster looks great. It has an interesting design and interesting backstory, but we barely get to see it, mainly because it's a full CGI model.
Okay.
And obviously it's expensive to do that. They said that there are good parts in the episode, specifically with the Doctor and Bill. I guess they get separated at some point and they're doing their own thing.
Mm-hmm.
They said that, the setting is good, the story itself is decent, but they said that it feels like a very long 45 minutes.
Oh no.
It gets dull at some points.
Ugh.
So it definitely doesn't sound like a spectacular episode.
So
which is kind
basically,
of unfortunate.
it's a drag off.
Well, let
Yeah.
me be. I'll be a devil's advocate here. Obviously it's an advanced review, so we don't know 100% yet. Also, I will say, Doctor Who in the new series has a historical dependency, shall I say, pattern, with the poorer episodes being put towards the back just before the finale.
Right.
Love and Monsters is a prime example.
Yes.
Don't we know that?
Into the Forest of the Night, prime example of Series 8. And there are other examples, the weaker episodes, the episodes what people might dislike, they usually put towards the back. They don't put them at the beginning, because if you put them at the beginning, people will switch off, they won't watch the show.
Right.
Even though Smile, in my opinion, is crap.
Right.
So I don't understand the logic this season. But this would make complete sense. However, to be honest, if it is really bad, that's bad news, because the finale has got the Mondasian Sideman, and people might switch off and not see him.
Yeah.
So
Also, this
I
was the
hope-
writer that did Survival. Sylvester McCoy's last episode.
Well, a lot of people like Survival. I personally dislike that episode. I dislike it. I dislike it. Now, before people in the comment section say, "You guys just hate Doctor Who. You hate Doctor Who." No, we all like quite a lot of episodes. But anyone who knows me personally knows I do not like Survival.
I've always said I don't like Survival.
Yeah,
And
I
onto that
I don't
point,
like that.
onto that point, the article does say that it feels like that episode.
Ugh.
Oh,
Ugh.
Jesus.
So I mean,
What's so dreary and nothing happens? Great.
basically, yeah.
We got some tidbits here and there for, I guess it's the finale, one of the two parts of the finale, and obviously somebody big is going to die. Now, we heard that Missy's going to regenerate, whatever, but the person that's dying is probably going to be Nardole or Bill. And it's telling how the Doctor's, I guess, puts faith in Missy, and I guess she doesn't save them, or she kills them directly, and he's responsible, and he can't fix it. I guess he can't go back and, change time or whatever and do something to fix it. So who is it going to be? If we have to choose between Nardole or Bill, who is the person that dies that's going to really upset him? Because I don't see Nardole walking off into the sunset. So I'm thinking it's Nardole. What do you guys think? If it was between the two, if one of them was going to die, definitely. Hypothetically speaking.
I would say Bill, because if you think about it, all the time he's lost companions to death and whatever. So if one more, he's going to go over the edge, I think. Because he wants to protect people, doesn't he? And he can't do it.
So that would be more of an impact than Nardole. Yeah.
I would say.
What about you, Chris?
Well, the synopsis says that, doesn't it say like someone that the doctor's sworn to protect dies or something like that?
So then that's Missy.
But
'Cause
Missy
he was-
doesn't die; she regenerates, though.
Well, we don't know that though.
Well, yeah,
That's the
actually,
thing.
that's a good point because the Master and Missy have a track record of when they get a new regeneration set. For example, Roger Delgado technically is the last, incarnation of his, tenure. He's used all his bodies at that point. So Missy could be the same. She's used all of her bodies.
Well, that's not true because the mask,
Deadly Assassin.
the Deadly Assassin, that's after
Yeah.
Roger Delgado.
It's the same. It's the same.
That's not Roger Delgado's master.
It's his body. Yeah, but no. It's not the same Master, but it's the same body.
That's the
because
last
his body's been
incarnation
burnt.
of the master, though.
Yeah, Roger Delgado is, but his body has been completely burned up.
No.
Yeah.
That's no. Roger Delgado is not the burned off master that we see.
I always
That's
thought he was.
another. No, it wasn't. No, it
Has it
wasn't.
been
He
kind of
regenerated, and because I guess he didn't have enough regeneration energy or whatever, that's what his form was, maybe.
Oh,
So
well, there you go.
it's definitely not the same master.
Yeah, because
It's probably been more explained in the finish.
No, 'cause
I
did-
am jumping off the show.
didn't he when he went into the new body, he turned into Anthony Ainley Master.
Yes.
What?
And
Yes.
he had to sustain that body for a long
Yeah.
time.
Well, I was gonna, I was gonna say, the reason I think that Missy might not regenerate, maybe she will later on, maybe it's off screen or something, but
Oh.
we when we heard that she was leaving, everybody started speculating, oh, she's gonna regenerate this season. We don't know that for sure. They might, quote unquote, kill her off, and then we just don't see the regeneration, which I think would be a bad idea because we didn't see the Master regenerate into Missy. So this would be the second time that we don't see him, regenerate or her regenerate.
Right.
However, I think if it's between Nardole and Bill, I want to go with Nardole because I think that it would be easier for Bill to just be the companion that walks away.
Right.
Whereas Nardole has kind of been like charged by River to be with the Doctor. So, who knows? But I'm gonna go with Nardole being the one that gets killed.
What are you, James?
I'd say it's a very difficult one, this, because we still don't know everything about Nardo. I'm going to go with Nardo because apparently we're going to learn stuff about him in the finale. And if there's going to be a reveal, that must mean that will make it more emotional.
Yeah.
But
Right.
only on that.
We also heard that the Doctor experienced. Oh, I get right. I'm sorry.
Yeah. What who do you think it is?
Me?
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be. I was gonna say Nardole, but then the bigger impact would be Bill. But with Nardole, that would be a thing where Bill will leave. You can't save Nardole. I'm out of here, type of thing. In the finale. So. And
Yeah,
that
it could be
affects-
like a reveal. That's a good theory. Yeah, like he could be revealed. The Doctor can't sell Nardo, save Nardo.
And Bill doesn't understand why he can't alter time or whatever, and she's like, "Nah,
Maybe
I'm done."
the Doctor just doesn't care, and he says, "Well, actually, Nardo's not human, so it doesn't matter." And then that might be why Bill is done.
No, he wouldn't do that unless he was a robot. If he was a robot, then he'd be like, "Oh well," and then she'd be like, "What are you talking about?" Because he's not human. So.
I could understand it being Nardo because of what he said in Thin Ice to her about. But then, because she didn't like that, did she? When he went, "Oh, I don't know how many people I've killed in that," and she was like upset about that.
Unless he's put in a situation where he has to choose between the two of them, and then he chooses Bill, and she's like, "Why did you do that?" And he's like, "Well, Nardole's not human. He can quote unquote maybe he can survive whatever it is," and then Nardole winds up dying, and Bill's like, "Listen, I'm not going to be put in that situation again. I'm out."
But it seems to me like he's betrayed, though, from the thing that said. Like, he puts his faith in Missy, and he gets betrayed he makes a mistake that leads into the death of someone he cares about. So
They're very interesting.
Yeah. That's why I said Bill because he's lost so many companions, isn't he?
Yeah. Here's the thing. I really hope that. Unfortunately, the Doctor is going to probably put his faith in Missy, but he can't turn everybody to the good side. Like, people just don't turn. You know, like some people are just set in their ways. You can't change everybody.
It's like
So-
it's like changing Darth Vader to the light side in Star Wars. That would never happen.
No, but it did happen, dude. I mean,
Yeah.
that's a bad
It's like
analogy.
changing
because-
the emperor to the light side.
Right.
Mm.
You know. But all right. Was there any other doc? Oh, the Experience. Yeah, the Doctor Experience is closing what, September 9th?
Yeah, but they're advertising some things about it, so it seems a bit odd.
I don't know what's, and then the BBC store's closing, and I mean, I just don't get it. I don't
Well, the
get
BBC store,
what's
I
happening.
have a theory about the BBC store because I never understood why they did digital purchases. I always thought if the BBC did a rental service like Netflix and Amazon, they'd compete. And then I realised, wait a minute, the BBC licenses their shows to Amazon Video and Netflix quite a lot, don't they? And if the BBC did their own service, Amazon and Netflix would just say, we're not going to do your shows anymore. You see what I mean? It's
Right.
probably a competition thing, right? Because they wouldn't let them do it. So the BBC is stuck there. But for people who have sympathy for the BBC, just remember they force 90% of UK residents to pay a ridiculous tax just to watch their shows. So screw them.
I want to give some ratings out here. It turns out of all the episodes that have aired so far, the Lie of the Land is the worst ratings of the season.
See, I would have thought Pyramid at the End of the World would be.
And Empress of Mars is 3.58, and Lie of the Land is 3.01.
I thought the pilot or Smile would have been. To be
Pilot
honest.
is 4.64, Smile is 4.25.
No,
Well,
Then
that
I-
makes sense.
Pilot always gets highest. Always.
Yeah, Thin Ice is 3.76. Knock Knock is 4.32,
Not
which-
much terrible.
but it seems to me that nothing has been, nothing has been above the pilot ratings.
That's
It
very
all
rare.
went downhill.
Very
downhill.
rare. The only time you get stuff up, the only chance we'll have high ratings is the finale because a lot of old school fans will know that the Mondasian and Simon are coming back, and also a lot of Tennant fans who are big fans of David Tennant, who love the Master as John Sim, will also tune in. So I think the finale, the first part, maybe not the second part, will get a lot of ratings.
But isn't that telling that they're watching the first episode, then they're going downhill, and then they're watching the finale? I mean, if we look at the 2015 ratings, right? Magician's Apprentice was 4.58, right? Then it started to drop down, which is familiar, 3.7. Then Under the Lake was 3.7. Then Before the Flood was 4.38. Then we actually had The Girl Who Died, which was higher than the opener in The Magician's Apprentice, which was 4.85. And then going down the line, the highest rating was, I guess, The Girl Who Died. But like Hellbent, Heaven Sent was 4.51. Hellbent was 4.8. So, it's just like the ratings are just year by year are just declining compared to when, David Tennant was in there, which, prompted that, we had that nice cast talking about, what if he came back,
Yeah.
It may make people happy if he came back, but logically it wouldn't work. And also, if he did that, it would typecast him, so he'd be forced to be the Doctor.
Not really. I mean, but what is he doing now? He's doing DuckTales voice. I mean,
He does
but
a lot of
season
things.
2, season 3. What happened?
It's hard to escape. James is right because it's hard to escape a stigma like that.
He's very,
what I'm
very
saying?
lucky that he did escape. The reason why he did escape, kind of, been on some great shows like Father's Day, Broadchurch, Jessica Jones. He's been on quite a few good shows. The reason why is because he's actually just very talented. Now, Tom Baker didn't escape. He is very talented, but the thing with Tom Baker is he stayed way too long.
Yeah, he couldn't get
And
nothing.
his last season, I don't care if anyone here is a Tom Baker fan. His last season's quite crap. It is. It's pretty shit. Watch
Well, I'm
it.
a Tom Baker fan, but
Watch
I
it.
wasn't
Just
crazy
watch it.
about the Leisure High. But
Oh,
okay. Yeah.
It's bad. It's not that good. He's great, but the scripts are bad. Do you
It's
know what I
like-
mean?
Yeah, it's like Matt Smith. He can't get anything hardly now, can he?
Well, no, that's another
Exactly.
thing.
Yeah,
He
he's
actually is
something like
working.
that.
He is working right now. He's
Oh.
doing a whole second season of Crown. So
I think what the problem with Matt Smith is it's kind of a pride thing. He was the Doctor, and yet his companions are far more successful than him.
But he should have stayed. That's the whole point. I think that he got burned because he left earlier. And I think that if he would have stayed, maybe more roles would have came his way.
Well, he was not very clever. He's very naive. He's very young. Now, David Tennant's quite a smart man. He's a bit older, more experienced, and he knew that going into TV shows was the new thing. These days, TV, high-quality TV. Now, Karen Gillan got very lucky with Guardians of the Galaxy, and I honestly think she just got very lucky.
But she's not really lucky because she has skills.
Well, she's lucky she got the part.
She has skills. I mean,
skillful.
She's in tons of movies already. So
she's doing great. And the thing is, think about one movie. The thing about movies is you need the movie to be good when you're in it. Right. Now, Matt Smith was in a movie, the Terminator movie.
Oh,
he was also in Pride and Prejudice and Zombies, and he wasn't that great in that either.
The Terminator is a bigger name, you know. That's the one that's going to kick his career. And the thing with that is, it's not his fault. What happened was he kind of is though, because he sat there the whole time and allowed that to happen where he wasn't shown.
Yeah,
you know, he's been in the movie 5 minutes, if that.
It's like he left Hollyoaks to go into Doctor Who, and then he didn't have a backup plan after Doctor Who, did he? Really?
Yeah, exactly. Now David Tennant.
All that stuff fell through. All that stuff fell through.
TV shows is the new medium these days with movies. The first movie you do after being the Doctor or whatever typecast you had has to be kick-ass. You have to do well. It didn't, so he's in a bit of a, he's not doing good.
It's like,
but David Tennant's been in many shows. David Tennant can do in any movie and TV show, he'd be fine.
Yeah, he's just done 80-odd performances of Don Juan in Solo, hasn't he?
All right, guys, we're gonna end this here because I think we're gonna try to do a Google to get other people in that can't use the Zoom. So, thanks, guys. Take care. Bye for now.